A very good afternoon to all of you. Today, the topic of discussion is control structures. In this topic, we will discuss decision structures and then we will cover some statements. First is if-then statements. After that, we will cover if-then-else statements. And last topic of discussion is select case statement. So let's start with the topic control structure. What do you mean by control structure? Programming construct used to alter the flow of control in a program from normal sequential execution are called control structure. Control structure has been divided into two parts. One is your decision structure and second is your looping structure. The decision structure basically select one of the two alternate segments of program code depending upon whether a given condition is true or false. The decision structures in VB are if-then statement, if-then-else statements and select case statements. Let's discuss each one by one. So first we will discuss if-then statement. If-then statement. The syntax of if-then statement is if, after that we have to write a condition, then we have to use a keyword then, and we can write multiple statements or single statement also. After that I have to end my if block. This is my if block. If the condition is true, we entered into the block and multiple statements are executed, and after that we come out of the block. Let's explain if-then statement with the help of a program. The program is pen cost rupees 125 per dozen. However, if a purchase is made for more than 10 dozen, a discount of 10% is allowed. Write a program to compute the price of n dozens of pen. In this program, they have given us the 1 dozen pen cost rupees 125. Clear? If I buy a pen more than 10 dozen, then I get a discount of 10%. If I buy a pen, condition is if quantity is greater than 10, then I will get a discount of 10%. Clear? There I have given one condition, and if this condition is true, I am getting discount of 10%. So I have to apply if-then statement for this program. Clear? And what I have to calculate? The price of n dozens of pen. So let's see how I will implement this program. First of all, to implement this program, take a label, drag it on the form. In the properties, do write enter quantity, and the quantity which I have to enter is in dozen. Clear? Go to the font and increase the font size. The font style should be bold and the font size is 18. Now select the text box and drag it on the form. Empty the text box. And also the font size of the text box is 18 and the font style is bold. Take one more label and drag it on the form. And clear the label. Now take two commands button. One command button is used to calculate the price of n dozen of pen. So I am writing calculate and adjust its font size by selecting font style, that is bold, and size, that is 18. Take one more command button, drag it on the form, and on the command button I have to write, that is exit. Select the font style bold and size 18 for the exit command button. This is my designing part. Now I have to do the coding. For doing the coding, double click on the button. First of all, I have to do the coding on exit button, so double click on the exit button. The coding window will appear. In the exit button, I will type end. End means whenever the program is running and I click on the exit button, I go back to my main program. Now I have to do the coding of calculate part. First of all, I have to declare a variable. So I use dim. Dim stand for dimension. The first variable which I have declared is quantity and its data type is integer. The second variable which I have declared is cost and its data type is single. Now I am putting value in textbox1.text and storing that value in a variable that is quantity. Clear? Now the value of my text box is stored in a variable that is quantity. The next point which they have given me, the cost. The cost of a dozen pen is 125. If I buy 2 dozen pen, the cost will be 125 into 2. If I buy 3 dozen pen, the cost will be 125 into 3. So I can say 125 into quantity. I am multiplying with quantity. Now they have given me the condition, if quantity is greater than 10, then I will get a discount of 10%. Cost equals to cost into that is 0.9. I am getting discount of 10%. And I want to display the result on label. Now I want to display the result on label. So I will write label 2 dot caption equals to price of a pen is, and I will do concatenation, that is cost. I have to change the data type of the cost, that is str. First, the data type of the cost is single. Now I have changed the data type of cost to string. After that, I have to end my if block. So I have to write end if. Now I am executing this program. Enter quantity in dozen. That is 11 dozen pen I want. When I click on calculate, you will see it will display price of a pen is 1237.5. If I click on exit, I will return back to the main program. You can also change the font style of this label also. So go to font style will be bold and size 80. Now I execute my program again. Font style, enter the quantity in dozen. I enter the quantity, that is 14. When I calculate, I get the price of pen is 1575. When I click on exit, I return back to main window, main program. Clear? But I have not coded if the quantity is less than 10. Clear? If I want to code, then I have to write again if statement. Or you can also use else part. Else, matlab this condition is true. If the condition is not true, then go to the else part, that is false part. In the false part, if the quantity is not greater than 10, then label to dot caption equals to price of a pen is concatenate cost. Now I am running the program. You will see if I enter the quantity 11, I will get price of a pen is 1237.5. If I click on exit, I go back to my main program. When I am running the program or executing the program again, I put the quantity 2. It will show me the price of the pen is 250. Clear? So I want to tell you that the if statement will execute only the true part. The condition which was given to me is the quantity is greater than 10, then I will get the discount of 10%. Is that clear? Rest, if the quantity is not greater than 10, so I am getting no discount. Next topic of discussion is if then else statement. The next topic for discussion is if then else statement. First of all, I will tell you what does if then else statement means. The if then else statements allow the programmer to specify that a different action is to be performed when the condition is true rather than when the condition is false. Clear? So in the if statement, we are having if then else statement, we are having two parts. One is true part and second is false part. If the condition is true, if part will get executed, and if the condition is false, else part will get executed. The syntax for if then else statement is if condition, then we use the keyword then. If the condition is true, if part will get executed. Matlab blocks of statements which are written in the if part will get executed. Rest else part will execute if the condition is false. Then the blocks of statements which are written in else part will get executed. After that, end if. I have to end this block. Clear? So let's explain this concept with the help of a program. So there is a small program. The program is write a program to find the larger number from two given number. Two numbers are given basically. First is your A and second is your B. I have to find which number is greater. So I am having a two condition. The first condition is A greater than B. If this condition is true, then if block will get executed. If this condition is false, then else block will get executed. Clear? So let's see how we can implement this concept using VB. First of all, I will take a text box or label, sorry. Enter number 1. Go to font and change the font style, that is bold, and size 18. I have to enter this number in a text box. Empty the text box and change the font of a text box. The font style is bold and size is 18. Take one more label and do write enter number 2. Change the font style of this label. Font style is bold and size is 18. Take a text box where you want to enter number 2. Empty this text box and also change the font style. The font style is bold and the size is 18. Clear? Now take one label where I want to display the result. Change the font style of the label, that is bold and size 18, and also empty the label. Now I am taking two commands button. On one command button I am writing find the largest number. Find the and also change the font style, that is bold and size 18. Clear? And I am taking one more label. On this label I am writing exit and also changing the font style, that is bold and size 18. Now I am start doing coding. Double click on the command button, that is exit, and the command window will appear. I am doing the coding of exit button. Do write end. End means the program which is executing get de-executed. I return back to my main screen. When I click on exit button, I will return back to my main screen. The program which is executing gets stopped. Now I have to do the coding of, that is find the largest number. Find the largest number. So firstly, I have to declare a variable. For declaring a variable, I used a keyword, that is dim. Dim means dimension. Dim n1 as integer. I am using another keyword, dim n2 as integer. I am using the third keyword, dim result as integer. Now, what I am doing, the value which I have entered in text box 1, I am storing that value in variable n1, and the value which I am entering in a text box 2, I am storing that value in a variable n2. The value which I am entering in text box 1, I am storing that value in a variable that is n1. Clear? And the value which I am entering in text box 2, I am storing that value in a variable that is n2. Clear? Now I am having two variables, and both the variables are containing the values which I have entered in text box 1 and text box 2. Now I have to compare which variable having a greater value. So for that I am using if then else statement. If in if block I am writing a condition n1 is greater than n2. If this condition is true, then I am storing the value n1 in variable that is result. Clear? It means n1 is greater than n2. Else, if this condition fails, I am storing n2 in variable that is result. Matlab n2 is greater than n1. Clear? And I am ending my block, if else block. Now I want to display the result on label. So I am using label 3 dot caption equals to the largest number is, and I am concatenating the number that is result, and also want to change the data type str that is result. Now I am executing the program. Enter the first number. I have entered 3. Enter the second number. I am entering 7. Find the largest number. You will see the largest number is 7. When I click on exit button, I return back to my window again. When I execute the program again, now I have entered the value that is 2, and I am entering the value that is 4. The largest number is 4. When I click on exit, I return back to my program again. Clear? So this is the concept of if then else statement. If will execute the condition which is true, else will execute the condition which is false. Now the third topic of discussion is nested if else. Nested if statement. What do you mean by nested if statement? The if statement may contain one or more if statement. This point I am explaining with the help of syntax. If condition 1, I am using the keyword that is then. If statement containing one or more if statement. If condition 2, then statements will execute, else statements will execute, and if else statements will execute, and if. See, normally the syntax of if then else statement is if condition then statements, else statements, and if. This is the normal syntax. If for true part, else for false part. I am talking about nested if statement. I told you that the if statement may contain one or more if statement. So this is my if statement. If after if statement I have to execute my statements. In statement there is one more if statement. Is that clear? This is known as nested if statement. Let's explain the concept of nested if statement with the help of example. So I am taking a program. Write a program to calculate HRA given the basic salary of an employee. I have to calculate HRA on the basis of basic salary of an employee. So some conditions are there. This is my basic salary and this is HRA. If the basic salary is less than equals to 2000, then the HRA will be 200. If the basic salary is greater than 2000 and less than equals to 4000, the HRA will be 350. And if the basic salary is more than 4000, the HRA will be 500. This I have to calculate using the concept of nested if statement. So let's see how I can implement this concept in VBA. This is my form. First of all, select one label and drag it on the form. On the label, I am writing enter basic pay. Change the font. The font style should be bold and size 18. Enter the basic salary. I am entering the basic salary in a text box. Empty the text box. And change the font. Font style should be bold and size 18. Now, take a command button and drag it on the form. On the command button, do write find HRA. I have to calculate HRA. Also change the font style bold and size 18. Drag one more command button on a form and do write exit. And also change the font. The font style should be bold and size 18. Now I have to display the result of HRA through message box. So I am not taking any label here. I will display the message with the help of message box. First of all, I am doing the coding of exit button. So double click on exit button. The coding window will appear. In the coding window, do write end. End means the program which is executed will stop executing. Now do the coding of find HRA. So first of all, declare some variable. For declaring a variable, I am using dim. Dim means dimension. The first variable which I was declaring is basic and its data type is integer. The second variable which I want is HRA and its data type is also integer. Now I am putting the value in text box 1. Enter the basic salary. I am entering the basic salary in text box 1 and storing this basic salary in a variable that is basic. So value text box 1 dot text is stored in variable that is basic. Clear? Now the conditions which they have given me, if basic is less than equals to 2000, then HRA is equals to 200. Else, if I am using the concept of nested if, basic is less than equals to 4000, then I will get HRA equals to 350. Else, HRA equals to 500. Clear? I am ending my block, that is end if. Now the result I want to display in a message box. So I am taking message box. In message box I am writing HRA is, and I am concatenating here HRA. Now execute the program. Enter the basic salary. I am entering the basic salary, that is 1500. Find HRA. How much HRA you will get? That is 200. So message box appear, and in message box it is written HRA is 200. Okay. When I click on exit button, I return back to the main program. I execute the program again, and I am putting the salary, basic salary, that is 3000. Now the message box will appear and show HRA equals to 350. Find HRA, the HRA is 350. Click on exit button, you return back to the main program. Now I am executing the program again by putting the basic salary more than 4000. The HRA should show, when I click on find HRA, the message box will appear, and in message box it is written HRA is 500. Okay. I click on exit button and I return back to the main program. So here in this program I have implemented the concept of nested if statement. In if statement there exist one or more if statement. Is that clear? Now the third concept which we will discuss today is select case. The third concept of discussion is select case. What do you mean by basically a select case? Select case tests the value of a given expression against the list of case value, and when a match is found, a statement or statement associated with the case is executed. The syntax of select case is select case expression. Case value 1 statements, case value 2 statements, case value 3 statements, and so on, case value 10 statements, and last case else statement, and end select. Clear? Now see how this syntax work. If I select the case expression I use, that is 1. So this case will get active, and whatever the statements written in this case will execute, and rest of this case will not work. If I select the case that is 10, so at that time this case will active and rest of the case will not work. Only this case will get active. If I put the expression that is case 11, there is no 11 case, at that time else part will get executed. So let's implement this concept with the help of a program So I am taking a program that is write a program that is write a program to find grade according to the following rules. Okay, the rules are marks and grade. If the marks of a student is 80 to 100, then mark grade A. If the marks of student is 60 to 79, mark grade B. If the marks of the student is 50 to 59, mark grade C. If the marks of the student is 40 to 49, mark grade D. And 0 to 39, mark grade E. I have to implement this program with the concept of select case. So see how we can implement it. First of all, take one label and drag it on the form, and on the label do write, that is enter marks. Change the font of a label, font style bold and size 80. Take a text box and enter the marks in text box. Also change the font of text box, font style bold and size 80, and empty the text box. Take command button, drag it on a form and do write, that is find grade. Also change the font. Font style should be bold and size 80. Clear? Take one more command button and on this command button write exit. And also change the font style bold and size 80. And the marks which I want, the grade which I want to display is through message box. So let's start coding. If we want to code exit button, double click on exit button. The coding window will appear. In this do write end. Now I have to do the coding of find grade. Double click, the command window will appear. I am implementing the concept with the help of select statement. So first of all, declare the variable dim. Dim means dimension. The first variable which I am declaring is marks and its data type is integer. The second variable which I am declaring is grade and its data type is string. Now I am entering the marks in text box 1 and storing the value in variable, that is mark. Value text box 1 dot text. I am storing this value in a variable, that is marks. Clear? Now I have to use select case. Select case. Expression is marks. On the basis of marks, I have to select grade. So case number 1. If the marks is between 80 to 100, then the grade will be, that is A. Case 2. If the marks is between 60 to 79, then grade will be B. Case 3. If the marks is between 50 to 59, then grade will be C. If the marks is between 40 to 49, then grade will be D. If the marks is between 0 to 39, then the grade will be E. And select. And the result I want to display in a message box. Grade is, and concatenate, that is grade. Now I am executing the program. Enter the marks. I have entered the marks 90. Find grade. Message box. Grade is A. Now I have entering the marks, that is 59. Message box show grade is C. Now I am entering the marks, that is 30. Message box will show grade is E. Whenever I click on exit button, I return back to my main program. In this way, I can use select case statement. Whichever case I am entering, if I enter the marks, that is 90, the marks lie in this case. So the grade is A. If I enter the marks, that is 70, the marks lies under this case. So grade will be B. If I am entering the marks 30, the marks lie in this case. So the grade will be E. Whichever case we want, whichever marks I enter here, according to that, the grade will be selected. Rest of the control structure we will discuss in next lecture. For more queries, you can mail me on my mail ID, that is megha.kapalia@gmail.com, and my contact